Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. This is going to be part 7 of putting a 302 and a C4 trans into a 67 Falcon. Today, as I fight with my tripod here, I'm going to do a mock-up of the air conditioning compressor up here, idler pulley, belt, and get everything in line. Right now, the power steering and the crank pulley are in line. Alternator water pump crank pulley is in line. It's got one more thing to put here. The other fight is going to be this dipstick. Yesterday I was bending this tube with the alternator so I could get the belt on, and I pulled the dipstick out, and now I can't get it back in. And I've been, if you look at this thing, I've been bending it, twisting it for a while. See, the problem is, I don't know if I can pick this up on camera, but this tube now goes down, curves over that way, curves back toward the engine, and then in. So it's got kind of an S bend in it. And this flat dipstick tube, or dipstick, this won't go in there no matter how I twist it, because it wants to bend it. Like if you took this flat area and bend it that way, which it doesn't like, you know, you can take the thin part and bend that no problem, but to bend this takes an effort, and I've been trying unsuccessfully. I did take a coat hanger, get that here, and that'll go down in there because it's round and it can get around the obstructions. So I'm gonna have to do something else for a dipstick. Maybe see if I can weld this coat hanger to like the handle portion of this. Maybe from here. You know, put that on there, same length. Weld it, cut the other. I don't know yet. I just know that the dipstick won't fit in there. I'm going to check my stash and see if I have any other dipsticks. If I had a round cable style, that would be great, but I don't think I do. Let me go look. Okay, I have 4. This one's obviously a transmission. These others are some sort of engines. But I'm mainly concerned with just the center portion. Get one of these to go down in there. See, these are unmolested, so maybe it'll go in like that. Oh my gosh. Now, is that the right length? Let's see here. I lay this here up so it lines up. Come down there. It's a little shorter, which should be okay as long as I can get a full mark. I can scratch, an area where I can scratch a full mark on there. It'll be good. Wow. First candidate and it works. Okay, let's see what else I got. Set that one aside. Try. This doesn't have the top part handle. See if that'll go down in there. No, see, this is a wider one, and that's not going to want to go. Last one. This looks like a thin one. Thin is what I need to get through those bends. feels like that's hitting the bottom. This one's definitely long enough. You hold it up to the chrome one. Yep. Way too long. But I found one that'll work. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to go do the air conditioning thing now. I got that handle of the dipstick tube painted, and I took a file, scratched like, a line at the full mark. So we're good to go there. Next is the air conditioning compressor. That is going to mount right up on this bracket there. And it's got a long bolt, some spacers, lock nuts. Gonna be a little puzzle to put together. I studied the picture. I think this is the setup I'm gonna need. Okay. I sure hope that goes there, because if it's down here, I can't get to the power steering fluid. Well, one step at a time. All right, so I take, looks like from here, this rod, another one of those turnbuckle style rods. It's gonna go here to there. I'll mock it up first, because there's spacers that go on each side of this turnbuckle. But I'm just going to do a mock-up, see if I can get the belt on there. This has got to come down. Let's put that there for now. This got to come down to there, and of course the bolt's too long. There's a water pump pulley's in the way. Okay, so I need a short-term bolt. Got a lot of bolts laying around down here. This one's shorter. That one's too big though. All right. Pause you guys while I find a bolt. Air conditioning compressor is on. I have the belts lined up. Started to tighten the belt. I still need to put the spacers along this upper bolt area. Nothing's really tightened down on the compressor. It's still free to move here. But the belts went on. It's tight. And of course, that reveals a problem. Let's go over here. This power steering pump, you can't get the cap off. Now, to get this even this far, I had to cut the ear off the compressor here. I didn't bother showing that. It had a mounting tab down there that I wasn't going to be using. This thing here went down there, cut it off. But I still don't have room to get this out of here. The power steering pump can rock back and forth. It can't come any further this way because there's no more slot left in this bracket. Putting it under here, there's no way to get to it. So I need to figure out a way around this problem. Maybe put a fitting in here so I can fill it and have a dipstick in there. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I just have a problem. I'm going to investigate the possibility of just getting a bit different belt. See if I can move this compressor over that way enough to get the oil cap off. I can use a smaller belt. So let's loosen this thing up. Get the belt off. And I'm going to tighten this. Let's see when I can, or if I can, get the cap off of here. Okay, right there, I can just sneak that out of there. But it's still got to go more. I get it out, but to get it back near, now I can get it out and back in. So that's where the belt would have to be when it was tight. And let's see if I can get an idea. Yeah. All right, here's what I'll do. To measure belt length, easy way to do that is to take one of these cloth tape measures, like for sewing, and you just wrap it around. And I would need with that tight, 53.5. Now if I tighten this some more, 54. So I would need like between a 53.5 and a 54-inch belt. I'm going to see if I have. Let's see how long this belt is. 52.6. So I need a 54-inch or 53.5-inch belt. 8 rib. Let me get on the internet and see if I can find one. Because that would solve the issue with the power steering. I know the belt's not going to be cheap. I think these were like $34 each because they're 8 ribs. But that's the quickest way. Air conditioning lines, I think one of them goes from here to the front of the car. The other one's going to go out and around to the firewall area on the passenger side. Got things put squared away here. That bolt's tight. Bottom one's tight. I made some little bushings to go in the compressor, take up some of the slop that was in that bolt. And I ordered a belt. Might be here tomorrow, if not the next day. Can't do anything else. So that's going to be the end of part 7. Working on the 302 NC4 trans going into a 67 Falcon. Thank you for watching Dan's Messy Garage. Please come back to my channel for part 8 and for more updates and other projects. Bye.